The green stars, a very beautiful part of Mario Galaxy 2. And personally, why I say Galaxy 2 is my favorite 3D Mario. But what makes the green stars so beautiful, yet so heavily flawed at the same time? Well, let's start first with why they're good. The green stars work really good as a post-game reward, for the reason that you are going back to each level to explore or have to do a mini challenge to get them. This is rather fun in my opinion, giving each level more things to do and sort of makes up for each stage only having 3 stars, unlike in Galaxy 1 where 6 stars were normal and shit. Like, for example, the ones in Hightails Falls are a really good example at showing this. The first one is a mini challenge where you have to run up the left side of the half in the second area, which is much harder to do. The second one is off hidden away in a hidden area that you wouldn't first think to check, but it's actually kind of cool that it's there, having you launch yourself up, or in this footage, do that. And the third one, not being hidden, but having to do a little bit of finessing to get. And most green stars follow this rule, like about 80% follow them, besides stuff like Flipsville 3 and Star Station 1. Which, Flipsville 3 is bullshit, and the other one takes 5 seconds to think about doing, but you do it in 3 seconds. As a post-game reward, they are very good reward, as it's extra content. But, now into why they're bad. For one, they kick you out of the level. Yes, classic and play, but for stuff like these, which are an extra collectible, it's a bit annoying, especially given the context of the green stars, with them being a post-game reward. Which means that you're going to have to redo the level after gaining 1, which given the long animation of flying back to Starship Mario, and then going back to the level, which takes about a minute, and that's not even counting the time it takes to go back to the point of getting another green star in the level. Which leads to an annoying gameplay loop if you decide to do all 3 green stars in a given stage at once. But this is sorta mitigated if you just do 1 green star in a stage and just move on to another. And another thing is, should the green stars even be a post-game reward? No, cut the music! I know, sounds crazy, but stay with me for a second. The green stars are a bonus received at the end of the game to make you go back to each level at the end. But in my opinion, the green stars will work better unlocked after you beat Final Bowser the first time, when you get access to the first post-game, I guess, as originally, you need to get 120 stars and beat Final Bowser again to unlock them, which is a bunch of unnecessary steps in my opinion, and will work better if you unlock the green stars earlier, like after the first time you beat Final Bowser, because you already unlock World Death, which is the post-game, so you might as well unlock just the entirety of the post-game after you beat Final Bowser the first time. And I think this for a few reasons. 1. Most players, I guess, only get about 70 or 72 stars before fighting Final Bowser, which means that they already have incentives to visit older levels in the post-game to 100%, as they probably have yet to beat most levels, and with green stars appearing at the end after beating Bowser, will mean that green stars will be in both old levels and, for first timers, new levels, as there's about to be some players that skip levels on their first time, especially the Luma ones that require you to defeat them like a bunch of star bits. Number 2, speed. This avoids having to beat Final Bowser again and having to watch the credits again to unlock them, which, would be better, because I don't want to do all that shit again, okay? The credits are long and boring, okay? 3, variety. A very important thing for me if you already didn't know. But this will be a very nice level of variety, of having both main missions available, which are usually have better quality and more content, and then the side green stars, which are still fun but are obviously less structured than the main missions. But another thing I think would be nice is that the green stars are just available from the start, which yes, all require progression counts of stars to be altered, but with them being accessible at the start, then the green stars could act like blue coins from Sunshine, like they're always meant to be, a side collectible that adds up to a worthwhile manner. And this would also let you do green stars to move on to another level, helpful for if you just don't want to play like that level to be extreme or just do its main mission, but probably not for castle stages. That's yeah, that's probably why it's for the best just to have them be unlocked after Final Bowser, and maybe just lower the amount of stars that you need to unlock Final Bowser to 60, so you have a better effect of point number 1, where you have more main stages to do, with having the green stars to do, which would add up to a very nice gameplay variety of having both the side collectible, which are plentiful and less structure orientated, and still having the structured missions that the Galaxy series is actually mostly known for, because the missions in these games are actually very good. But to summarize, this is why I believe the Green Stars have their beauty and annoying parts, and why they would work better if they were unlocked sooner, as it would speed up the process of having to 100%, as you wouldn't have to beat Bowser again and watch the credits, and would also just improve the process 100%, as it would be faster, and it would spread the variety out, so you can do Green Stars sometimes, main missions, because currently, the only things that you are doing in Mario Galaxy 2 post-game is just the Green Stars, which are fun, but with their lack of structure, then they do tend to just get a bit boring after doing a lot of them, because they don't have structure, unlike the main missions, which have you going through a structured parkouring path, which yes, the Green Stars do occasionally have, but the structured missions just have more structure. There's more to them compared to the Green Stars. It would also give a better gameplay spread, as mentioned before. You have main missions, Green Stars, and because main missions also follow different patterns, like you have your platforming, your bosses, and prankster comets, this will give you 4 kinds of missions, where you have prankster comets, bosses, parkouring, and the more exploration ones for the Green Stars. And just a suggestion I want to throw in at the end, instead of kicking you out of the level, they should ask you first if you wish to return to Starship Mario or stay in the level, which will make collecting them less annoying, as you can collect a few in a level and also do the structured part, so you can get like, I don't know, 2 stars in a level or 3. It would just be nicer and speed up the process too, and would also make them more fun to collect in my opinion, and less annoying. But anyways, if you have any other ideas for the Green Stars, please let me know. But other than that, it's the end of the video. If you like what you saw, like and subscribe, and if not, tell me why in the comments, and I'll see y'all later.